make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you not a part. My advice, please don't try to be heroic. Let me know they come selling out.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Ready, break. 22 needle. Steel, black. Ready.
Here's Ritter now to throw on their first play. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And he'll be out right at the 35. A good start. 1 play, 10 yards.
And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Ritter's throw caught here by Metcalf. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Has it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Black Ultra. Blaster, 6. Ready?
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. Going right back to Smith-Njigba. And he's taken down inside the 30. Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. Buying time to his left. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Here we go, set.
Ritter going to change it up. Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Seahawks at 4-3, a game over 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they could have been feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. But I think it's going to be tough to beat this one.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. Okay, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Steal. Check steal. Hut, hut.
They run again with Walker. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. On 1st down, Fields tries the left side and finds Olave.
So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now Fields. That's Olave bringing in another one.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. That's taken in by Duvernay.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
An audible here to get a new look. Here we go on 4th down. Fields. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Duvernay in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Tutu Atwell.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Saints are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Here we go, Slide.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Meanwhile, Fields throws on target to Duvernay. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Setting up the screen for Miller. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed, but that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
Fields changing the play. Miller will score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Here's Ritter.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ready?
3rd and short. Ritter. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Red, cycle.
First down, here's Ritter. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Let's go now.
From the 23, here's a 2nd and 7. Ritter. And that's going to be incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Ritter to throw it. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Walker. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Drill 52. Drill green. Drill yellow. Green jack. Set.
Back to throw, Ritter. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Here we go.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line.
There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it, and this, without question, would fall in the latter category.
Well, I don't know about without question, partner. I think we should look at the analytics on this one because, oh, yeah, the analytics say, yeah, without question. You should have gone ahead and punted the football because now, not only did you not get it, and you really had no chance to, what a short field that you turned the ball over to the other offense.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Walker. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. They'll try and run Walker. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with career touchdown number 157, moving him past Terrell Owens and into a tie with Randy Moss for 4th on the all-time list.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. In motion right, that's Metcalf. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Fields.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Now it's Fields. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They keep it with Miller on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Fields on first down. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here we go, son.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Inside handoff now, Miller. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Again, it's Miller. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 27. Now Fields going to move him around. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Throwing quickly out wide, Atwell.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's third down.
And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown. Chris Olave from 6 yards away. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Down.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Second and 7 from the 20. Sticking with Walker on second down.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
48 yards rushing forward to the ball game now on 14 carries.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Seal, black. Hut.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Seattle. 51 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready.
And they'll come up second and 7.
Ready.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
Back to Walker on first down.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On second down, it's Walker.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Ritter will set up to throw it. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose, as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Here we go.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Option handoff here to Miller.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here we go.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Open man is Duvernay. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And in this situation with a lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Taking it right down Broadway.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 79 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down. Stay in bounds. Keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now a pivot and a give to Miller. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They run off tackle left with Miller. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. They'll run it again with Miller. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Kendre Miller with career touchdown number 70. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Go red. 6. Mega. Black Ultra. Blaster. 6.
Here's Ritter. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And crossover out of bounds right at the 25.
There's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Now Ritter.
And he'll be out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On the
Now
ready.
first and goal.
Shot. 17. Blue check.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Kenneth Walker.
With career touchdown number 158, that pushes him past Randy Moss and into fourth place all time.
And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Second and 11 at the 41.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Fields down to a knee here, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them